Hey everyone, welcome back to the Million Dollar Merchant, where we continue our exciting journey on building out a Shopify store from the ground up, where I'll be sharing my lessons learned through the entire process. My name is Joe, and let's jump into it. Today we're going to talk about populating our store with sample data. Talking products, customers, orders, possibly draft orders, as well as some additional features and functionality provided by the platform, like enabling the default gateway so we can test transactions, gift cards and subscriptions. These are also available to us depending on which path we take to create the sample data. So there's two paths that we can take. Let's talk about that. The first path is going to be creating or enabling all those features when we set up a development store, choosing a very specific option, the developer option. We'll take a look at that. And then the second option is to use a third-party app called Sample, I think it's called Sample Data, and that will populate our store with some sample data. It is limited in some of the features and functionality that it does provide. So I'm going to use this video as a means to kind of do a compare and contrast between both approaches and see which one might be beneficial for you, if you decide to do this. All right, so let's just jump in. Talk about the first option. We're going to take, we're installing dummy data, and that is creating a new development store. And from that development store, we will install generate some test data. Okay, I'm going to share all the links down below, so don't stress it if you don't have it right now. Generating the test data. So what we need to do is create a new Shopify store. And we can also go ahead and take a look, learn about the contents of the data set. What exactly will we be creating here? And we're going to be walking through all of these particular features and things that are going to get installed and configured for us using this option. Okay, that's the first thing. The second option that we're going to take is Simple Sample Data, this third-party app, and it's limited in what it installs, but it would get you started working with some sample data. So it's a good second approach to take. So let's go back here. Now I'm going to go log into my partner account. So let me see. Can I just click on here and this should take me to, let's see, help out the partners. Nope. Okay, just looking to see if there's an easy way to get into it. Benefits, become a shop partner. Let me see, create your account. I already have a partner's account, so let's just jump into it. Let's go to the partners.shopify.com site. All right, so I don't have any stores, although I do have a few stores. I just am not showing them here, but I do have a few kind of archive stores, bunch of stores here. Just wanted to clean it up. So I'm going to go ahead and add a store. So we're going to create a development store. Now, previously we chose create a store for a client, and that just created a bare bones store. This time we are going to choose create a store to test and build. Now, there is a difference here, and once we click on it, we're going to see some of the options down here change. So if I go back here, you'll see, there's where's the business located, where your client like to sell, and is your client selling through another platform. And if we change it, we just get stored name, the build version, and then data and configurations. So it is a bit different, okay? We are going to choose, we're going to choose the current lease, although you could and choose the developer preview. And if you chose that, what you'd be able to do is get access to some of the advanced developer features like extensions, invariants and theme blocks discount allocator functions, things. I'm not very familiar with some of these things. I do work with extensibility, so I'm familiar with that. So I'm just going to choose current release, and then down here I'm going to start with some test data. We still have to give the store a name, so I'm going to say Jilly Works. I'm going to create, me and my wife had an idea of a store, Jilly Works. She's been building some bracelets, so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to do that. Jilly, so it's Jilly Works. Oh, look at that. Jilly Works is available. And I'm going to put here dev, Jilly Works dev. Okay. So I know. Okay, so I'm going to create the store. This is going to take, I think when I timed it, about 30 seconds. It doesn't take too long to build the store and generate the data. What I'm going to do is, oh, there we go. Look, I was about to pause the video, but no need to pause it. We now have our store up and running. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. Now, once again, I'm going to follow this here. So I'm going to put this on this side, open Jilly Works on this side. So I really want to take a look at the functionality that we will have available here. Okay, I'm going to go down this list. Let me move this out over here a little bit. There we go. Okay. One is store configurations, and what it gives us is access to this bogus payment gateway, which is really cool. So if I go to settings and I go to billing, actually, I'm sorry, payments, go to payments, we'll see here that there is this bogus gateway here, okay? And what the bogus gateway is going to allow us to do is to create an order. So if I go to the store, I'm just going to go to the store. Let's take a look at the store and see what we got. So you know what? Let's view the store first, right? We got some sample data. So let's go and view the store. So here's our store. We have some products, right? We have some collections, okay? And we could even go to the catalog, and the catalog would then show all of our products, gift cards, selling plans, which are subscriptions, third-party fulfillments, things like that. Okay, so say we wanted a gift card, go to gift card, we could buy it now, and with the bogus gateway, we could walk through the process of purchasing it and going through this whole workflow. So I'm just going to add a number here, any number, and for this, you just add the number 1. You give it a date that's in the future. Security code is 123. And I think this requires 2 names. I always just put bogus gateway. Billing address. I don't think we need that, so I'm just going to pay now. Let's see. Oh, no, we do need. So I'll put W. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Does it pull it up? All right. Cool. So I'm just going to go through the process. And there we go. So we've gone through the purchase workflow, and with this purchase workflow, emails would be sent out, and you can customize those emails. Notifications could be sent out via SMS, text messages, things like that. So it's a good workflow to kind of make sure you locked it in and what the user experience is going to be like. All right, so I'm going to go back here. And let's take a look. So that was the bogus gateway. Now we go to products, and if we click on products here, we're going to see that we have lots and lots of products, right? Quite a few products here that we can explore, and some of the products are in collections. Some of the products are based on shop location, so where the shop is located, okay? Lots of different things for a store, even fulfillments, services. So you can take a look at that. So what is this? Minimal snowboard. Let's take a look. Minimal snowboard. That's the name, minimal snowboard, right? If I can't seem to find it, we could search for it, right? So minimal. That's it. All right, here we go. Minimal snowboard. just take a look at the product. Here it is, the description. Okay, it's all set up, pricing, set up. There's no SKUs, but that's also important that we set it up. Okay, a couple of metafields, and we're going to take a look at that in just a little bit. And this is also part of a collection. So Minimal Snowboard is within a particular collection on the home page. Okay, if we go to collections, you'll see here's the collection, right? Homepage is the collection name. Here's the homepage collection name. If we go in here, we can see that, the products are best selling. Looks like Minimal Snowboard is that. Okay. So those are our products. Let's take a look at the next category, collections, which we just did. We kind of took a look at collections, right? There's 3 collections here. The 3 collections are things like automated collections, so collections that are created automatically based on certain criteria. Manual collections, you create them and then you add those products manually. So collections are a great way to organize your data. We go on to customers. So I'm going to jump to customers here. And for customers, we have 3 customers. What we can see is these customers have no orders created. It does say orders here, but there are no orders created. And if we do go to orders, we're going to see that there's no actual orders. This was actually the order that we just created earlier. But there's draft orders. They create them as draft orders now, right? So draft order hasn't been paid yet. It's just in a draft state. So it's kind of an order that either you would create on behalf of the clients, the customer, or depending on how we set up our shops, we can set them up so that they get submitted as draft orders. We have to approve it prior to it becoming an order and collecting payment. Okay. So we do have, some draft orders that we could take a look at. Once again, we just take a look at one of them. We could see there's 2 surfboards, 2 snowboards in them, right? The price of them, who the customer is, their contact info. Okay. Let's go down. Companies. Here we go. So if we go to customers, we're also going to see companies. Now, Shopify has really expanded into the B2B business. I think they do possibly more GMV on B2B than they do D2C. Not 100% sure, I think. And so with this, we have 2 companies, Snow Devil and Powder Bound. And I'm particularly interested in this because my wife has been selling some of her jewelry to stores, and if I did set it up, I might be inclined to set up a company and maybe have the store in there, and the store could add additional staff to do the purchases, things like that, things to consider. So we do have store options here, companies. We also have locations as well. Okay, so locations is another thing that we could take a look into if we want. Spend too much time in there. We spoke about orders, and it does say here, after September 14, 2023, these orders are created as draft orders. Now we can convert them into an order if we want to. So if we did want to convert in a draft order, I can go here. Here's maybe this order, and we can just say, hey, collect payment. We can mark it as paid. By doing that, that would turn this into an official order. You can see the order number changed. I think it was D something, but now it's 1002, right? Yeah. Okay, it was D10, and now it's 1002 as the official order, right? It's been completed. You go to orders. You should see it here, and it's paid. Okay, take note of unfulfilled because we will be taking a look at that in a little bit. So we have our orders. Let's just go past this. What do we got here? Discounts. Okay, so when it comes to discounts, we have a couple of options that have already been set up. So I'll just take a look at discounts. Standard discounts. You go to a site. If you buy 3, you can get 30% off the entire order, or maybe buy 2, get 50% off the third one. Okay, so there's different discounts here. You can go take a look at the discounts. Once again, you can apply these discounts to your order. You can simulate it, apply the discount, and see how that pans out. What does that look like for a normal transaction that has something like this discount applied. Okay. We also have markets, and markets are where your products would be available. I won't spend too much time on that, but that's markets. Fulfillment orders. Fulfillment orders are things like, has the order been fulfilled? Really, that's what a fulfillment order is. So I'm going to go back to orders, and I see these two orders here, say Russell's order. We can see that the items have not been fulfilled, right? So say we shipped it, we can say, hey, fulfill the item. Should put a tracking number, some shipping carrier information in there, right? This is all important, all stuff we will be covering down the line. I'm going to fulfill the order, or just fulfill that item, and so that's been fulfilled, right? So fulfilled, and we can even request fulfillment of this, send fulfillment, and now we should have fulfillment in progress, okay? Because this is coming from the third-party fulfillment center, and this is perhaps us sending it from this particular location, right? Warehouse, shop location, okay? So this is, depending on your business, this may be relevant, maybe not. Wouldn't be relevant for our jewelry business, my wife's bracelets, but then we have fulfillment services. We also have gift cards, so we go back to products. We did walk through purchasing the gift card, but here you can create a gift card or look at a gift card. This is actually the gift card, right? And we have different denominations that we can make available, okay? We have selling plans, and selling plans are things like subscriptions. So when we do selling plans, we're saying that, and maybe you've done it in the past. I do this all the time, where I buy something and I will then make sure I get the same order next month, okay? And you can do that the same way with this here. Subscriptions here, there's try before you buy, there's prepaid. Lots of options for us to explore when it comes to selling plans, okay? There's meta-field definitions. Meta-field definitions are, I'm going to go to a product. I think this may not, yeah. This product, these are meta-field definitions where we're talking about product meta-fields, snowboard length, and binding amount, okay? Snowboard length, binding amount, these are the meta-field definitions. And then actual meta-fields under the hood would translate into this. This is how they would look like, okay? And then there's themes. So it does come with two themes. And if we go to our online store and we take a look here, we have two themes. We have this online store 2.0 theme, and then we have the vintage theme. And we just saw what it looked like. Here is the new version of the store, right? 2.0. And if we go and we take a look and we choose Dawn, let's just take a look at the preview of it, see what it looks like. Here's the preview of Dawn. Okay, not much going on here. Here's our products, right? We can go to the catalog and we can see all the catalog. Nice. Okay. And that's it for all the features, functionality that's installed once we set up our store with sample data using during the creating the developer process, creating the developer store process. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create another store. All right, so I'm going to go back to my partner's account. Let me see, do I have it? Yeah, here's my partner's account. I go stores. I should see JillyWorks, dev. Okay, I'm going to create another store because I don't want to mix the data. So here, create a development store. All right, I'm going to create a development store. I don't need to choose this option. I feel like it's a good option to do anyway. We don't have to choose any of this data, but really, if you're going to do this, you're either going to do it with test data, or you're going to do it so that you can work with some of these features. So we don't really need to do that right now. So I'm just going to go maybe simple let's call this simple sample data dev, something like that. A unique name that no one else is going to have. And let's see if it'll just allow me to create it. Okay, yeah, allow me to create it. It's easy enough. I could have installed it in the other store as well, but then we're just going to have a mix match of a bunch of content. I really want to keep it as pristine as possible so you can see what gets installed via which option. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to go to apps and I'm going to look for, let's take a look, right? There's no products. We have no products. There's no collections. There's no customers. There's nothing really here to work with. So I'm going to do simple sample data. And let's see what simple sample data. Okay. I don't see why simple sample data. Okay. And we don't simple sample data. Here we go, simple sample data. Not sure why. I'm going to install it. Let's see. Hopefully that gets installed in the right store. Simple sample data. Ah, nice. Okay, sweet. So let's go and do simple sample data. All right, so now that we have simple sample data, if we take a look at simple sample data here, let's see, is there any information on it? All right, pretty limited in what it shows you. We do have the ability to install 3 different, let me just get rid of some of this stuff. We don't need all of this, so let me move my store here, right? We have 3 options. We can select a theme, clothing, painting, and toys. Now, this theme is really themes of products, not themes as in store themes. So if we wanted to, say, do clothes, right, we could choose all, where we get 30 products, smart collections, customers, and orders. This is a bit limited. We don't have draft orders. We don't have companies, no gift cards and subscriptions. Really kind of just some sample data, really, that it would create for us. So we can go ahead and generate it. So I'm just going to go here and generate the sample data. Okay. And this is going to take a few minutes to do, so pause the video here and we'll jump right back into it. Looks like it completed. This actually did take quite a few minutes, 5 minutes or more, I think. So let's go take a look. So I have the sample data. Let me go to products, and we can see we have products. Yeah, there's a lot more products than were created before. And we have some variants too. That's something we didn't talk about. Variants are things like, size and color, for a shoe, t-shirt, size and color. And our other store, let me just go to it, didn't have that. There were no variants in here. Oh, actually, no, I'm mistaken. There are variants. It says it's got 5 variants here, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, so it does have variants. All right. So this has variants, that has variants. It also has collections, okay? And it will have customers as well. Okay, and these customers are already pre-configured with orders. That's one of the differences. If we take a look here, they actually have orders available. So if I go here to orders, we'll see there's lots of orders. Just taking a look at that's in. So all of these orders, I don't think there's any draft orders, no draft orders, just straight up orders. Okay. What else? Yeah, if I go to sample data, I'm just going to take a look here to see, kind of get reminded of what we would get. Yeah, it's custom collection, customers, and orders. Okay. Now there's some other options. You can do paintings, you can do toys as well, depending on what you want to take a look at. I think it's relatively the same. I'm going to take a look at the store also. Let's get a look at it. We only have one theme, the Dawn theme. So let's, preview the store. Okay, this looks like the when it came to themes, this looks like, yeah, the vintage theme, right? So they're using the vintage theme. All right, go to catalog, and here we go. One of the drawbacks to this is, I'm not gonna say drawbacks, right? Limitations here to go in this option is we don't have that gateway. You'd have to kind of enable it, set it up yourself if you wanted to use it, and some other features. Gift cards aren't available. I put together a quick kind of comparison guide between setting it up during the demo store creation and using simple sample data. So we can see here there's way more green on this side, a lot more red over here. And some of the things that it doesn't do, like draft orders and companies and locations, no discounts, no fulfillment services or gift cards, selling plans, meta fields, none of that. So really this option is probably the better option to choose if you want to get your store configured with a lot more features and functionality. All right, that about wraps us up. Hopefully this video provided you some context into installing sample data and working with some of those configurations that come with it as well. And if you're interested in more videos, click on here. More to come, and I'll see you in the next video.